Well, you know, when we first started in this direct marketing business, we were selling Neutralite. The market to us at that time was very unfriendly. The market said, nobody needs this stuff. Doctors said, nobody needs this stuff. And those are objections we had to overcome, was to create the need for the product. When we started Amway, we tried to get products where we didn't have to explain the need. We just said, here's a product that'll keep the dust off the floor. Here's a product that'll wash your clothes better. We didn't have to tell them why they had to wash their clothes and that was a good idea or any of that stuff. So all we had to do was sell a product. Our only problem in our business today is getting people to present the product. Now, people say yes or no for various reasons. Sometimes they can't afford it. Sometimes they don't want it. Sometimes they don't like you. Sometimes they're not ready for it. It's a timing issue oftentimes. There's a time when people are ready, for example, to listen to the plan, and there's a time when they couldn't care less. There's a time when people are open to your suggestion to try a new face cream or a new cosmetic product or to take Neutralite. There's a time when you can talk to them. So, you know, people get down on themselves because they say, I didn't do a good job, if I only presented it different. That's got nothing to do with it. It just says that you and the customer don't mesh. And once you accept that, then you stop worrying about it. Because otherwise you always put yourself down. And then you get back and you have a meeting and say, well, if you would have done this, if you would have said that. I say, forget all that. You know, just go find somebody else to talk to. There's another 100 million people out there waiting to hear from you. So you got to focus on just finding the people who are in tune to what you're doing at the right time. You got to learn that everybody's not going to choose you or your product. But if you tell it to enough people, you will sell. I used to have a stack of cards in my desk drawer when we were just starting of all the distributors that we had personally brought in the business who quit. And a little stack of distributors who stayed. And I used to take the two stacks out and say, look, these are all the ones who, sometimes I drop them just to magnify how many of them there were, who got in with us and quit. And these are the ones who stayed. So you learn to live with the fact that a lot of people don't want to be in what you're in. That doesn't mean your deal is bad or that you're bad. It just means that it's not their deal. And when you go out to present something and they reject it, then you feel like you failed. And you get a failure attitude that this business isn't any good, the products aren't any good, nobody wants them. Everybody says I can't sell, but every time you go out socially, you're making conversation, you're talking, you're selling each other ideas. You know, anybody can sell because you're doing it all the time. You're trying to sell your kids on getting home on time, or you're trying to tell your kids to study harder. You know, you're selling every day, everywhere. The only difference is now you're going to get paid for it. But you are a salesman. You know, let me just go back on how Jay and I started in this business. When we started, we had to have 25 Neutralite customers on Neutralite Double X because the only product we had to sell was Neutralite Double X. Neutralite had one product in one size, and it cost $20, and that's why they called it Double X. And we believed in the concept of the plan. It wasn't nearly as good as our plan, nearly as sophisticated, nearly as many bonuses, but nevertheless, we believed in this marketing system of being able to build a business of our own. We wanted a repeat business. And that's what we loved about Neutralite. Every month they bought another box, over and over. So you get ahead in life that way. If you build a customer and they keep buying, then you get more customers and they keep buying, and pretty soon you got a real business. That's what we have today. And so in cosmetics, you reuse them. In household products, you reuse them. In Neutralite, you keep using and replacing. Customers are a lot easier to get than to get an effective distributor. They're everywhere. Anybody can say, yeah, I'll try that, I'll buy that, that's okay. So if they don't like that, talk about another thing. Say, you know, I got 3 basic offerings. But I'd like to really talk to you about this one because I think this is the one that's more of interest to you. And if it goes to the other one, then talk artistry, and if they go elsewhere, talk household. But the distributor, the person who's selling, only has to know a little bit about each one of these products. And the other stuff, well, they'll see it when they flip through your catalog. You focus on selling Neutralite, double X, or the starter brand, I don't care. You talk to them in terms of trying the lipstick or trying some special cream that you like and you think it's great, and you talk to them about LOC and all the features of LOC. And say, try it, you might like it. The company has the responsibility of making the very best products with a good sales pitch for them. By that I mean a demo, something that will illustrate the superiority of the product, the special features of the product, so that the distributor gets something to work with when he talks to somebody about the product. So he's got to know 2 or 3 hot items on those product line. And he can start talking about Neutralite, and he knows Neutralite, farms, quality, 60-year history, old-time established company that knows how to make these things. Running big farms, 3,000 acres here and 1,000 here and 1,000 there. This company grows its own goods. That's all you got to know.